Oh, hey, didn't see you there. You really spying on me? Ha! Lurking over my shoulder to see how a real god texts girls and gets dates. Ah, well, I can't blame you. If I was immortal, I'd probably do the same thing. But since you're already here, take a second look at this. Yeah, I know you see it too. This chick wants to smash. Now I know what you're thinking. Zeus, you're a god, of course she wants to smash. But if you dive deep and look at what's really going on here in these text messages, you'll see that the reason I have these girls hitting me up first is because I'm able to signal to them one thing. That one thing is scarcity. I've talked a lot about scarcity before, but let me refresh your memory on it for a second. This concept of scarcity is probably the most important factor in building massive attraction over text. In fancy dictionary terms, scarcity means in short supply or shortage. But here's the most important thing to know about scarcity. The more scarce something is, the more valuable it becomes. And right now, I'm going to teach you why being a scarce resource to women is the easiest way to get them to text you first and have them begging to meet up with you. And no, you don't need a six-pack for this to work. The year was 4,567,098 BC. I was a sophomore in high school, and since I was a soon-to-be god, I was super busy with everything going on in my life. Schoolwork, sports, hanging out with friends, working out, and having a job left me with very little time to talk to girls. But when I did happen to have some free time, I spent almost all of it trying to date as many girls as possible. Here's where things got interesting. I noticed that when I was at my busiest and most productive, I wouldn't have a whole lot of time to spend texting girls or chasing after them, because I was too busy focusing on way more important things in my life. And when I went from having a ton of free time to spend talking to girls to having almost no free time to spend on girls, girls started flocking to me. Girls started to text me first. They started to initiate plans to hang out with me. And most importantly, they started to be way more into me than before, all without me having to do a single thing. Like, what the fuck, right? I didn't understand it at first. It was like I had been missing out on tons of girls all this time. Why the sudden change? Well, the reason girls were so attracted to me was because I didn't have much time or attention to give to them. My attention and time were scarce. Realizing that I was a scarce resource, what did the girls in my life start doing? They started fighting for my attention so they could be part of my awesome life. They realized that if they were going to be part of my life, they had to make the effort to be part of it because I wasn't going to go out of my way for them. I simply didn't have time to go out of my way for them. This is the exact same reason why girls love guys who are popular and already have a ton of girls chasing after them. The popular guy already has an abundance of girls to choose from, meaning that his attention towards any new girl is scarce. This scarcity drives girls to go out of their way to get the guy's attention, flipping the script and making it so she starts chasing him. Now, pay close attention because here's the most important part. If you can manage to position yourself as a scarce resource to a girl from the start, she'll be chasing you and begging for your attention from the very beginning. Once you do this, you'll never have to worry about her not responding or flaking on your date plans. You can be confident knowing that you can send a text and get a response within minutes, or set up a date and have her actually show up. For this reason, scarcity is a superpower. Think about it like this. If a girl sees a guy at a party who's surrounded by a ton of beautiful women and other cool people versus a guy who's standing in the corner with two other dudes, then it's pretty obvious who she's going to be more attracted to. But it's not because the guy surrounded by women is cooler or more popular or even better looking. It's simply because he's the more scarce resource. Women are incredibly smart and socially adept, even more so than men actually. Women realize that the guy who is more scarce will only be available for a limited time, if she even manages to get his attention. Meanwhile, the guy in the corner is seemingly always going to be available, so there's no urgency or immediacy to pursue him, even if he approaches her. She knows that the guy chilling in the corner doesn't have many options, so she can reject him now and be confident that in the future he'll probably still be available and willing to date her if she came back to him. There's no urgency to pursue him, so she won't take any action to respond to him or put in any effort. And this is the most important part of all of this. Creating scarcity is important, but what's more important is the urgency that scarcity creates. This urgency leads to girls taking action. If you really want to make girls respond to all your text messages, be willing to go out on dates with you, and have them be the one leading the chase, then you need to create urgency. Without urgency, there's no action. Therefore, You need to know exactly how to text a girl and signal to her that you're a scarce resource in order to create that sense of urgency in your relationship. Once you do that, it'll be nothing but girls hitting you up non-stop, like Drake. But you can't just become a scarce resource overnight. Even if you did somehow manage to do that, you'd still need to know how to convey that scarcity over text, so girls would notice it and start chasing you. In my new texting course, The Godly Texting Guide, I break down exactly how to position yourself as a scarce resource and make girls take action in your conversations. Once you master this, you'll have the most amazing women chasing you instead of being the one constantly hitting them up, stressing over whether they'll respond. Inside Module 1, I break down the Based Mindset, which teaches you how to think and act like a god, so you'll immediately appear scarce to women over text and have them fighting for your attention. Hey, with all that coronavirus spreading around, you'll have a lot more time indoors to spend texting girls, getting them on FaceTime with you, and maybe even getting some phone action, if you know what I mean. I also have an entire video dedicated to showing you how to signal your confidence to girls via text, so you can make them obsessed with meeting you just by sending a single text message. Once inside, you'll get your hands on the types of text messages you can send to make gorgeous women respond and text you first. Fire and forget text messaging. Sending a text and be confident you'll get a response. The magnifying method. How to effortlessly flirt with women over text and keep the conversation so engaging, she'll be staring at her phone screen waiting for you to respond. The War Chest. Over 100 opening lines, attraction-building tactics, and breakdowns of conversations, and openers you could use at any time to bypass the great filter and make beautiful women eager to meet you, and so much more. Imagine the power of having all of this at your disposal, so the next time you're texting a girl, you'll know exactly what to say and when to say it. Just think about that for a second. You could make one decision right now that could radically change your dating life. Think about how many amazing experiences you could have with incredible women over the next few months if you just took action. Or think about how many amazing experiences you will miss out on if you don't take action. The choice is yours. Which choice would you rather live with? Make the right choice. Click the link in the description and get full access right now. Zeus out.